zero construction background coming into this job. So while we certainly don't have to be the construction experts out here, it certainly helps to have that background knowledge in all facets of the business when you're working. And be sure not to miss our skip operator over here, given that it's Halloween. Hey Shrek. Yeah. Let the guy try.
Oh, it's Halloween. Go.
We can step out on A here.
Step out of here.
Thanks.
Okay. Thanks.
So this is the 8th floor, which is the roof of the existing building and the first floor of our tower units, of the new steel tower put on top of the existing building.
Now, what had to be done from a construction standpoint to carry the weight of the tower?
Well, there was extensive testing done from the initial to see what the columns were in place would support, and we found that we had to pour additional concrete around many of the columns from the basement up and pour additional pile caps beneath the basement columns in order to support the weight straight up through those columns. And then these steel columns were built and attached into the existing into the column spacing, correct. So we're standing right now on what will be the 8th floor deck. A large portion of this is the common area deck for the residents to use. As you look up, you'll see the majority of the exterior sheathing of the building, which is the dense glass, has been installed. We've got just looks like about 1.5 floors left to do. And then starting next week, there'll be a waterproofing membrane applied to that. The windows will go in, and then the final metal paneling will be installed, which gives the building its final look.
Did you find any major surprises when you started construction? Or?
Did I? There always are. You know, one of the interesting parts of this building is it's just even this exterior facade structure and system took months to develop the proper method and sequencing of how to install it. So there's always surprises, but it's nothing that we don't expect it as much as we do. And so it's part of the process, and it's something you have to work with.
It, right?
Yep.
You got a problem, you solve it.
Exactly.
Now, what visualize this for me? Is it
sure. If you see these are actually pieces of insulation with a concrete topping that will get laid down on this entire surface. On top of those, we'll get 2 foot by 2 foot concrete pavers. And so the majority of this will be concrete pavers with, on each of these pedestals here, will be planted trees and planter boxes. So a certain area over here will be designated for air conditioning hand doors and will be screened off. But the majority of the area and wrapping around to here, which will become a seasonal kitchen and bathroom for use for the residents. So this will be a wonderful area just to hang out during the summer. All 2 months of it in Chicago.
Much larger space than I would have guessed.
It's great. It feels big, and glad to have it. So.
The overall dimensions about it, 100 by 100, round numbers?
Just under that. If we have probably 80 by close to 100, yep.
So close to
each column is 20 feet, so you can...
close to a quarter of an acre if you looked at it that way.
So in the coming week or two, so you can see these are the windows here waiting to be installed. The receptors will go into the top, bottom, and side. And once this waterproof membrane is applied to the exterior sheathing, the windows can get popped in, and effectively the building is watertight from that point on.
And you were telling me it was tested with a jet engine blast.
Well, yeah, this is roughly a 10 by 20 space here. And during the process of understanding how to build this system, this facade system, there's a warehouse in Wisconsin where a 10 by 20 mock-up was built. They tested with water and effectively a jet engine to see what impacts wind and other natural forces will have on it. And you don't expect to pass this for the first time, but you find the areas you tweak and perfect this so the building never experiences any negative consequences. So it's just kind of the extra step you should and you have to do.
To the best of your ability, though.
Absolutely.
You can never guarantee that, right?
Of course. But that's why we go through these steps, to make sure we're doing the best job we can.
And we're waiting on a construction elevator here. quiet pocket over here, which does that help on construction access? Or?
We enjoy having, Quincy's a quiet street, so it makes it easier for us to load and unload. The city's been amenable to closing down curb lanes and sidewalks for us to get the materials in and our contractors in as
What do you like best about the project?
About this project in particular, probably just the nature of the existing building with the new construction on top. There's a lot of complex elements that go into it. You can build one of our.
The existing building was concrete floors. So
correct, concrete floors. As is this. I mean, this is now a steel column structure, but poured with concrete floors. While the structure below is a concrete column with concrete floors. So just the complexity and the day-to-day changes that have to occur in a project of this rather than just a ground-up development, which can be potentially more straightforward. So this is a lot of fun.